Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the point of sale system module. So the point of sale system module enables you to sell your products in person or within your physical store. So for us to set up the point of sale sales channel, we navigate to the store so we navigate to the sales channel section here and select the point of sales option here. So let's go ahead and select it. So you notice that this will open the point of sale systems section. So here you can see we have various options here. So the first one enables us to generate barcodes for our product. Here is where we can track and manage orders made by customers using the point of sale system. Here we can also track and create point of sale system users. So the POS user accounts, we can manage and create new ones here. We can also set up POS outlets using this option. And here we can track our sales and product report for the POS outlets using this option. Here is where we can view and manage customers' product return requests. And here we can manage our product suppliers for the POS system. And then this section enables us to set up or adjust the POS system module general settings. So here we have the option to access the web app for the POS system, and we can also generate, if we want to sell using mobile app, we can use this option here to request for the mobile apps. So let's say we want to set up the point of sale system module. So the first thing we have to do is we navigate to the settings option here and select it. So under the POS settings, you can see we have two options. We can set up the general settings and we can also set up the booking settings. So the first thing we do is we go ahead and select general settings option. So this is the POS manager. So this is where we are going to adjust the general settings for the point of sale system module. So the first thing we do, we go ahead under the general section here, we go ahead and set the default country. So for this example, we select United Kingdom. So here we set the state, we select it as Bristol. So here we can adjust the content that will show in the header section of the POS system login page. So here I can change this to my store POS. So we can actually put our business name here, if we want to make changes to it. So after this section, we can change the text that will show in the subheading section, but we'll leave it as it is. So here we'll go ahead and change the login page content. So let's say my store POS. Let's say my store POS as retail management software. All right. So we leave this as it is. So here can allow us to set up the content that will show in the customer cart display section. So if we have any announcement or we want to make a marketing promo for any of our products, we can upload the banner here. So this content will show in the customer display section, so customers will be able to view any content you put in here. So let's say this is a test announcement. All right, we can add this and increase the font size. So after setting this, we can also adjust the number of popular products that will show in the POS dashboard. So for this example, we leave it as 10. So for this section here, we can set the quantity that the product quantity, the number it will reach before a low stock warning is shown for that product. So maybe for this example, we can leave it as 4. So we proceed. So here we can enable this so that products with low or out of stock products can still be visible in the POS dashboard. So if we select no, what this means is that products without stock, or maybe this quantity is set as 0, will not show in the POS dashboard. So, but for this example, we leave it as yes. So setting this as yes will send an email notification to the sales agent, that's the POS user, whenever an order has been processed in the POS dashboard. So for this example, we leave it as no. So after setting this section, we go ahead and click on the continue button. So in the customer settings section here, this section allows us to define the default customer group and the newsletter feature, and also the default guest user account details that will be pre-filled when creating a customer account in the POS dashboard. So for this example, we won't make any changes to this section. So maybe we can change the country. Let's change the country to United Kingdom as the default country here. So we change the state to Bristol. So what this means is that this content will be pre-filled as the content for the user account details in the POS dashboard. So once we make the changes, if we want the customers to be automatically subscribed to the store newsletter when their account is created in the POS dashboard, we can go ahead and enable this section as well. So we leave it as enabled. And then the next thing we do is we click on the continue button here. So in this next section, the payment settings section, here we can set up the payment methods that will be available in the POS dashboard. So for the first one, we have enabled the cash payment method. So once we enable it, we can adjust the payment method title. So, but for this example, we leave it as cash payment. For the other status, we leave it as complete. So what this means is that when an order has been processed using this payment method, the order status will be set as complete for that order. So the next one, we have the card payment status. So we leave this as well as enabled. So this option is for customers who don't want to pay with card, who want to pay with card instead of cash. So we leave the title as it is, or let's just call it, we change it to debit/credit card payment. All right. So we leave the status as complete as well. So for the third option here, this is for credit balance. That's the POS customer credit balance. If we want them to use their credit balance as a means of payment, so we go ahead and enable this option here. And then we can adjust the payment method title. So we call it, instead of credit payments, we can call it store credits payment. So once we do that, we can also adjust the payment method that will be applied to others if the customer uses this payment method. So for this section, we can enable discounts for the POS dashboard. So I can also enable the ability to apply discount coupons to orders. For this last option, we can enable tax if we want the products to the product price to include taxes. We can go ahead and enable this. But for this example, we leave it as disabled. So once we have set up the payment settings section here, we click on the continue button. So this section allows us to include shipping fee when processing customers' order in the POS dashboard. So we can enable this option if we want to charge customers for delivery. So this section is optional, but for this example, we leave it as enabled. We set the maximum amount we can charge customers. We leave this as 1,000. Then for the delivery title, we leave it as it is. So we proceed to the next section. So here under the customized receipt section, so this is where we can adjust the sales receipt that will be generated, the content that will show in the POS sales receipt. So we have the option to adjust the paper size. So if we are printing receipts using thermal printers, we can go ahead, instead of selecting A4, we select thermal here, or we select the mini thermal option, but we leave it as thermal. Here we can adjust the font weight for the text for the sales receipt. We leave it as normal instead of bold. So all these other options, if we select yes to any of them, the content will be shown in the sales receipt. So we will leave it as it is, and then also leave this. If we want to add extra content to the sales receipt, we can enter it here, but we'll leave it blank. So once we have done all the adjustments, we click on the continue button. In the barcode settings section, here we can adjust the product barcode size and features. So for the default size, we can add a number here. So this is in pixels. So if we say 100, so what that means is 100 pixels in height, in width, sorry. So 100 px width. So let's leave it as 100 as the width size in pixels. For the product name, we can select yes here so that the product name is included with the barcode. We leave it as it is. For this section, we can set the orientation of the barcode if we want it in vertical or horizontal. So for this example, we leave it as horizontal. So note that these settings here, it will be applied when we are generating barcodes for the product. So we leave this as product ID. We leave this as well as it is. And then once we have done all the changes to the various sections in the POS manager, we go ahead and save. All right, so now that we have saved, oh, there is an error here, so let's check. We may have omitted, okay, we omitted something here, so let's go ahead and add it. Add the postcode. So this is required for the United Kingdom country, so we go ahead and save again. All right, so now you see that the changes we made has been saved. So once we have set up the point of sale system manager module, we click here to go back. So once we go back to the point of sale section here, we go ahead and set up the booking settings. So to do that, we select this and select booking settings. So the booking settings controls the booking features of the POS dashboard. So if we want to be able to process bookable products, we can enable these booking settings here. So currently is enabled, we leave it as enabled. So here, if we select yes, because the POS user will be able to cancel customer booking. So here we can set the booking calendar theme. So if we want to change it, we can see the different calendar theme. So we leave it as dark. All right. So once we have adjusted the settings, we save. So after we save, we go back. So now we have completed the settings for the point of sale system module. So the next thing we do after we have completed the settings, we can go ahead and adjust the user accounts and outlets. So let's proceed first to the outlets section here. So in the outlet section here, we can list our physical store locations. So these outlets will represent our physical store location. So if we have more than one outlet, we can add it by clicking the add button here. So for this example, let's go ahead and edit this outlet. So we click on the edit button here. So in the edit name, we call this, we change the name to location 1. So this can be the name of your store location. We call it store 1. And here we put the address of the store. Say test address. Here we put the country for this store location. So we select United Kingdom here. We select for the state, we select Bristol. So once we have made the adjustments, we save. All right, so now that we've saved, let's go back again. So after setting up the outlets, the next thing we have to do is to set up the POS users. So to do this, we select this option. So currently we have an existing user account. We can go ahead and add a new user account by clicking the add button, or let's go ahead and edit this user account. So to edit it, click on the edit button here. So here we can adjust the username. We call it POS user. For the outlets, we have only one outlet, so we allocate it to that outlet. For the first name, say POS cashier, add email. So here we can add the user's profile picture. So we select this as the profile picture. So we set the password for the user account. Okay, then we enable the account and save. All right, so you see that the changes we made are now visible here. So after you create a user, a POS user, you can share the login page to the POS dashboard with the user. This is the login page to the POS dashboard. So you can copy this and share it with the POS user to enable the user log into the POS dashboard. So once we have finished setting up the POS user account, we click here to go back. So after we have set up the users and outlets, let us proceed to access the POS dashboard. To do that, we select the web app option here. So you see that this has opened the login page to the POS dashboard. And you notice that the changes we made are visible here for the login page. So the next thing we do is we go ahead and log in. So we enter the username and password. All right. So this is the POS dashboard. You can see that in the dashboard, we have different sections. We have the main menu section here. We have the shopping cart section. And then we have the category section and the search box section. So currently we have not allocated any product to this outlet. That is why the product section is blank. So for us to allocate a product to this outlet, we go back to the admin panel, and then in the store, in the sales channel section, we select the point of sale menu. So in the point of sale section here, we go ahead and select outlets. So this is the outlet we want to allocate the products to. So we can go ahead and instead of clicking edit, we click on the manage products button here. All right, so you notice that in the manage products page, you can see that the POS status for the products is disabled. So if we want these products to be visible in the POS dashboard, we go ahead. Let's say we want this product to be visible. We enable it. So once we enable it, we can assign product quantity from the main quantity that will be used in the POS dashboard. So let's say we assign 50 out of the total of 140. So once we assign it, we save. So after we've saved, let's go back to the POS dashboard. So we refresh the page. All right, you can see that the product is now visible here because we have assigned it to this outlet. So let's proceed and test it. So let's go and make a test order. So we select it. All right. Add it to cart. So you can see it has been added to the shopping cart here. So you see that we can also apply shipping fee if we want to, but for this example, we'll leave it. So here we'll choose the customer. So we have the option to select the existing customer, or we can add a new customer. But for this example, we select an existing customer. All right, so we can add discounts or we can apply coupon to the order. So we leave that. So what we do next is we proceed to checkout. So you can see the payment methods here. So let's select cash payment. And then we go ahead and click on the accept payment button here. So now the order has been placed. We have the option to print an invoice or we skip it. So for us to view the order that has just been made, we go to the main menu here and select orders. So you can see the order here. Clicking on it, you can see the order details here. So once an order has been made in the POS dashboard, we can also track this order in the admin panel. So to do that, we go back to the admin panel section here. We navigate to the sales channel section and select the point of sale menu. So here we select orders. So you can see that in the orders section, the new order that we just made has been added here. So it shows us that the POS user that made the order and the customer and the order status. So for us to view the order details, we click on this button. So you can see the order details here. All right. So apart from placing orders, we can also access the customer cart display section. So let's say we have a customer that wants to see their order. We can share that screen with the customer by clicking the cart display button here. So let's say we add this to cart again, and then we want to now show the customer the total order. We just click on this button here. This will open the customer cart display section. As you can see, so you can see that in the cart display section, the content that we filled as the announcement is showing here, and this is the customer's total order here. All right. So we can also we can also manage product inventory. So this is useful if we have product suppliers. So we can come here and make supply requests if we have low stock products in this section. So in addition, we can also track bookings that has been made. So that is if we have bookable products, we can track booking orders here, and returns. If a customer has placed product return request, we can track it here. So here is mainly for orders, and this section, the settings section, is where we can change the settings for the POS dashboard. So let's say we want to generate product barcodes. To do that, we go back to the admin panel here. In the sales channel section, we select point of sale system. So in the point of sale system section here, we select the barcodes option here. All right, so in the product barcode section here, we can generate and print product barcodes for the store. So let's say we want to generate product barcode for this product. So we come here and click on the generate barcode button here. So you can see that it has been generated, as you can see here. So for us to print it, we go ahead and tick here and then click on the print mass print button here, or we can go ahead and just click on the print button here as well. Enter the number and you can see here we'll now proceed to print it if we want to do that. So let's go back. So these are some of the things you can do after you have set up the point of sale system module. In this video, I've shown you how to set up the point of sale system module, how to assign products to the POS outlets, and also how to generate product barcodes. Thank you for watching.